I'd like to welcome everybody to Penn State School of International Affairs. My name is Grant Lidke. I'm the Director of Career Services for the school. For those of you who are not SIA students already, we are a professional master's degree, Masters of International Affairs.
I'm delighted to be here. We spent the morning in a board meeting. We are on the Board of Advisors, as Grant said. And I have to say, I was absolutely delighted, jealous, because what they have available, and then go into broader regions because careers in intelligence is. And then in my senior year, in fact, I came in yesterday. I just walked by the house, which is right at the corner of College. Procter & Gamble, Arthur Anderson, whoever it was. And
it was a bulletin board.
It was a bulletin board. That was it. And none of them, so this is the mid-'80s, the height of the Cold War. Prior to that time, women that got into operations were, I think for the most part, say secretaries that got tired of seeing the guys doing all the fun stuff, or women that were really tough. Well, there was the OSS, Office of Secret Security, during World War II, which then devolved in 1947 to the establishment of the CIA. So it wasn't until the mid-'80s when they began to widen their recruitment focus. And I attribute that because William Casey at that point was the head of the CIA. He definitely had the ear of President Reagan. There was a lot of money coming in, and they decided to recruit at places like Penn State, State School, recruit people of our gender, and just sort of said, yeah, let's see what happens. Just say I wish you well in all that you do, and I'll toss it over to Mary Beth.
Great, thanks, Val. Actually, the really interesting thing about both of us sitting here is we're aware of each other. Mm-hmm. And then was able to go into Chinese, or the CIA. So that's to say that, all of this stuff that you think, this baggage that you have, you don't have baggage at your age. Yeah, you really don't. No. Except, the one thing, beware. Your social media life is following you, which you can do. Mm-hmm. You can write books and become a one step removed media star, or you can become a gosh darn defense contractor sucking from
reach your potential in whatever that might be.
That actually raises a really good point. Val is much more organized than I am, and probably always was. In the intelligence world, the professional, the hundreds of intelligence organizations, and there really are, they are your oyster. And within the field, people bounce from CIA to military to NGA to NSA to MAPS to NATO to, it's an amazing little professional career door that you get to walk through, and to keep my analogies the same, and that world is open to you. You really can move within certain realms. Number three, it is a professional credential that once you have it, it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
And people, and because you are, you're part of this little club.
I did not just, I had my very close set of friends, but they weren't my only. I was in different activities.
People have a decade on you, but call them up the next day. They won't even know who you are, and tell them, hey, I was the woman in the room with the red dress on yesterday. They will not turn you down for lunch, and it's true. I never had anybody turn me down for lunch the next day afterwards. I got that first meeting where my male colleagues that looked like Grant, they, no offense, but they were not getting the lunches. It's what you do with what you have. We all bring something different to the table. Yeah. Women, we do listen. we're just wired differently. I mean, you don't bring the same thing to the table that Grant does or that I do or whatever. And the advice that Val gave is figure out what that is that you're bringing to the table and hone it and use it. You need to know where the lines are. And you need to know the good and the bad, but it's about being yourself and really leveraging. I mean, you're beautiful and you have beautiful skin and you speak Vietnamese, or maybe your mother was a mathematician, and you go after the guy then who has the secret mathematical interests, or the secretary that sits in the Minister of Defense's office who everybody is overlooking. Or, most of the guys that I recruited were male.